Hello?
I'm here. Are you coming?
For 10 years, I thought I understood marriage. My name is Jonathan Halle. I'm 42, and I believed in the formula: compromise, patience, late-night talks, shared goals. Claire and I had built a life together, or so I thought. But the real cracks, they don't just appear, they whisper, they hide. They stack up quietly until one day, the entire structure just collapses. For months, something was off with Claire. She started staying late at work more often. When her phone rang, she'd answer with her back turned to me. She'd delete messages before I could even ask, "Who was that?" Every time I tried to bring it up, she'd laugh it off. "You're overthinking again, John," she'd say. "You're too serious." Maybe I was serious, but seriousness doesn't lie. Her behavior did. The night it all snapped wasn't some big, dramatic scene. No hidden cameras, no lipstick on a collar. It was just a single phone call. I'd come home early with a pizza pepperoni and mushrooms, her favorite. 2 plates, 2 glasses, all set for a quiet night in. Her phone started buzzing on the bed, and I answered it, thinking it might be urgent. A man's voice, casual and familiar, said, "I'm here. Are you coming?" Everything inside me froze. He sounded so confident, like he belonged. My wife's secret life had just spoken to me as if I were nothing more than background noise. When Claire finally came home later, smiling like everything was normal, I saw right through it. The lipstick she reapplied in the car. The perfume she wore at 10 p.m., the fake exhaustion. She thought she was being careful. She wasn't, but I didn't confront her, not that night or the next morning. Not even when she was humming while making coffee, completely unaware that her entire reality was about to change. Instead, I watched. I waited. I let the truth reveal itself. And it didn't take long. About a week later, I was grabbing her wallet from her purse when a hospital slip fell out. A minor injury, treated at 213 A.M., the same night she claimed she was working late. She hadn't said a word to me about it. She didn't look injured. She never even mentioned a hospital. But they mentioned her. Insurance called. The hospital called. They asked about policy details, billing responsibility, co-pays. And that's when the absurdity of it all hit me. She expected me to pay. Her affair, her lies, her late-night stunt that landed her in the and she wanted me to handle the bill like a dutiful husband. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because of the sheer audacity. The woman who broke our vows wanted me to fund her recklessness. That was the moment something inside me stopped breaking and started rebuilding. When I finally confronted Claire, I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't throw a single thing. I just laid the medical bill on the kitchen table. She glanced at it, then at me, and forced a sweet smile. "Oh, can you take care of it?" "It's small, just like the lies, the cheating, the late-night secrets. Oh, small, as long as someone else was handling the consequences." I whispered, "Claire, we need to talk." She crossed her arms. "About what?" "You're not seriously upset about a hospital bill." Her confidence was infuriating, but it was also illuminating. She truly believed I would just roll over, like always. The dependable man, her emotional janitor, her financial cushion, her quiet, obedient stability. But that version of me died the moment I answered her phone and heard another man's voice. "I'm not paying this," I said calmly. Her face twitched, a flicker of confusion, then irritation, then pure disbelief. "John, stop being dramatic." "You're my husband." I raised an eyebrow. "Does your boyfriend know that?" Her breath caught. For the very first time, I watched guilt wash over her face like spilled ink. She didn't deny it. She didn't try to explain. She just whispered, "It's not what you think." "It's exactly what I think," I replied. And then there was silence. The kind of real, heavy silence where the truth sits between two people like a cliff edge. From that day forward, everything shifted. I wasn't cold. I wasn't cruel. I was strategic, something she never, ever expected me to be. I contacted her insurance company. I requested itemized statements from the hospital. I filed paperwork. I documented everything. I protected my accounts and secured my finances. Her confusion slowly morphed into panic. She kept asking, "Why are you doing this? Why are you being so difficult?" Because for the first time in 10 years, I wasn't carrying the weight of her decisions. I was letting her feel it. Every lie, every late night, every betrayal. Her choices were finally hers to deal with. The more she pushed, the calmer I became. And the calmer I became, the more terrified she looked. You see, manipulators thrive on emotional reactions. Mine was gone. She tried guilt. How can you abandon me when I'm hurt? She tried anger. I can't believe you're being so selfish. She even tried pity. I'm overwhelmed. I made mistakes. But none of it worked, because I wasn't punishing her. I was freeing myself. One quiet Friday morning, I placed a folder on the kitchen table. Inside was everything laid out, what I would legally cover from her medical bills and what I would not. My financial boundaries were clearly stated right next to my lawyer's contact information. Claire flipped through the pages, her hands trembling. "What is this?" she whispered. "Consequences," I replied softly. Her eyes filled with confusion, then fear, then something that looked like regret, but it was the regret of losing convenience, not losing me. "You really won't help me?" she asked, her voice breaking. "I helped you for 10 years, I said. "You didn't notice." She sank into a chair, staring at the documents as if they were written in flames. "You're different," she said quietly. "I finally learned," I replied. "What?" "That love doesn't mean rescuing someone who keeps lighting matches in a house you built together." For the first time, she had no comeback. No accusations, no defensiveness. Just the cold, hard reality finally settling into her bones. Over the next few days, she called her friends and family, trying to spin her story, trying to paint herself as the victim. But the truth has a strange power, especially when it's spoken with calm certainty. People started asking her questions she couldn't answer, questions she couldn't twist, questions she couldn't hide from. Her lies unraveled faster than she could sew new ones. One night, she stood in the doorway while I was putting on my shoes. "Jonathan, please," she whispered. "Don't give up on us." I turned and met her eyes, the same eyes I once loved more than anything in the world. "I didn't give up," I said gently. "You just stopped valuing what I gave." Tears slipped down her cheeks. "Can't we fix it?" "I'm fixing it," I replied. "Just not in the way you expected." I walked out the door without slamming it. I was calm, quiet, and steady. Because sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is stop carrying the weight of someone else's betrayal. And in that moment, I felt something powerful. It wasn't revenge. It wasn't victory. It was just freedom. Thank you for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, I'd appreciate it if you'd like this video and subscribe for more. Take care.